Now, Amelia Clark, did you get to chat with everyone backstage?
Yeah, kind of.
Did you get to talk to him?
Yeah, kind of, maybe. Not really.
Amelia Clark loves Matt LeBlanc.
Hi. Hi. I'm actually blushing. Yeah, I just think you're wicked.
It's a game of two halves.
I think Dominic's wicked. His baby in the corner.
But actually, now, is it your daughter? I'm sure you like Matt LeBlanc too, Kate.
Hugely.
But your daughter is quite the fan.
Huge fan. She's a big Friends obsessive. She could go and master. Are you?
Yes.
Oh, we should have a call.
Dominic, do you have a relative or friend who's a fan of Matt's?
Oh, many. I mean, I think my mum would pass out now if she knew I was sitting here with you. And I'm obsessed with the new job you've got, which I really, really wanted. I shouldn't have said that out loud, should I?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the best job in the world.
Working in the coffee shop, the one in...
Yeah. The new one.
Top gear. And are you returning the favour? Do you watch Game of Thrones, Matt?
I watched it the first season, and then I kind of fell out of it, and then I tried to watch it this season.
That's okay.
And I don't know what's going on. I can't keep up. I feel
There's
so
lots
bad.
of stuff going on.
There's so much going on.
There is. There really is. But it's okay. It's all right.
I mean, I could lie, but I don't want to lie.
No. You've seen the good bits. You've seen the first season.
Is it all downhill from there?
No, but what is it? It's season 6 now.
It's season 6.
And it's bigger than ever.
Yeah.
Whose laugh is that?
That seriously sounds like a chicken has been released into the studio.
They can't be. No.
Is that I thought it was going to stop because I thought there was a mechanical fault with something. But that's a human being. Oh, is that man there? All right, well, I'm glad you're having a nice time. Yuck it up.
I will. I will watch, I promise.
I know. I do have one slight request from you, though.
What's that?
So, would you be able to ask me how I'm doing?
Oh, yes, do that.
You can say no. Everyone will hate you, but you can say no.
No. Yes. Well, since I, haven't been up to speed on the show, I will say.
Thank you.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah. I caught that from back here.
It worked.
Yes, it did. Very well.
What was really embarrassing is when Matt walked out, I went, how are you doing? And then I was like, oh, shut up. What are you doing? OK, my question is this. So there must have been mentions of a sequel between... It was 1982, wasn't it, when it came out? So between then and now, so why now, why not before?
I guess because Ryan wasn't available.
Well, for many years he wasn't available.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, not for 30 years. But they were waiting for me to grow up. But they decided to have to go ahead anyway. No, they finally came up with a good with the story. I read it, and I thought it was awesome. I thought it was great. And as I read it, I read about the character that Ryan?
It's Ryan.
Came to play, and I said, and with great enthusiasm, I called up the producers and I said, "This is great. I can't wait to get blah blah blah." And what a great part! Why don't we see if we can get Ryan Gosling?
Yeah.
And they said, "Oh, I don't know how to."
Gosling?
Gosling. Brian.
Yes. Good. You guys got Ryan. You got that on tape?
Ryan Gosling. And I said, "Why don't? This is a great part for Ryan Gosling." And they said, "We've been talking to him for months." Now wait a second. They'd only been talking to me for weeks. So they probably would have gone ahead without me.
No.
That's what I said.
Yes.
No.
This I find unbelievable, that Jason, when you were filming with Jennifer, you did not spot her jewellery in this scene. You didn't...
No.
Who here knows what that is?
Ollie Murs.
Is it a cock ring? No, I actually mean that. Honestly.
Yeah.
Is it really?
That's what that is.
Cool. No one here knew that, right?
So
No one here knew that.
Did anyone know that?
That's a good answer.
But did anyone spot it during the day?
Yes, they did. Well, everyone else kept saying, that's a really nice necklace. That's gorgeous. Yeah. And Sudeikis, of course, walks right up to me and he goes, is that a cock ring? And I said, really? Well, you've just given me some insight into your sweet personal life.
Yeah. Ollie knew what it was, too.
Who would have thought?
So embarrassed right now.
Oh, poor Ollie.
Yeah, I know. Why'd you do this to me every time?
I'm sorry. I guess no one told you life was going to be this way. We've been here since 5 o'clock rehearsing.
Has this been... You guys have been rehearsing? That's adorable. That was really good. Do that again.
So I guess no one told you life was going to be this way.
I'm going to get the next one. I will get the next one.
We do this. We'll get it.
Yeah. So here's the game now. I'm not going to say it again, but if anyone else wants to feed it into conversation, don't let me down. You did really good so far. Don't spoil it.
What is the line again?
Oh, no one ever told you life was going to be... Look
at me. I'm trying to remember it.
I told you, life was going to be this way.
You guys are good.
To the point where it may become annoying.
I could do this all night.
Tragically, this is based on your life. I mean, this is things...
Yeah, but, I mean... loosely, Graham.
No, but things like, isn't the washing machine, that happened to you?
What?
The washing, you were very hungover.
Oh. Yeah.
Tell Jodie Foster that story.
All their stories are really cool, though, Graham. When I was teaching, which is what this show is based on, I went home one weekend, and I was in my 30s. I was probably 33 years of age. I went home to see my mother, and then I went back, and while I was at home, my mother did my washing for me, because I was only 33. And then I went back, and on the Sunday night, I got really drunk, and then I went for a curry. And then the next day I went into school. I went into school, and it was a school in Slough, and it was quite a rough school, but they had a really brilliant hearing-impaired department, so there were hearing-impaired kids who, struggled. They were really looked after in the school. Anyway, I was really hungover. I went there, and about break time, I felt really uncomfortable. I thought, something's not right, you know? So I went to the toilet, and I pulled my trousers down, and some of my mother's knickers had got mixed up in the wash she'd done, and I was wearing my mother's underwear. And I went, oh, God, no. Oh, I remember going, oh, you loser, this is such a low point, you fucking loser. And then the curry and the booze kicked in from the night before. So I did like a fecal Jackson Pollock. And I started going, oh, God, not this as well. Oh, Jesus. So I cleaned myself up and I pulled my mother's pants back up. And I went back into the classroom and I saw one of the hearing-impaired kids just looking at me like this. And that's when I remembered that I had a microphone directly... Here we go.
And don't answer this question if you don't want to, Patrick. Okay. But I don't know why you brought this up, but I did hear you discuss that you had an extraordinary disagreement with your wife about yourself. Do you know what I'm talking about?
By myself, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh. Listen, do you know this story?
I do not know
Listen
this
with interest.
One night, as you do, we were talking about stuff, and I just happened to mention, and of course, being circumcised, I said...
They were chatting, they're married, they're allowed.
And she said, you're not circumcised. I said, what do you mean? You've only known me a few... all my life. I remember my mother telling me why, because it was fashionable at the time. She said, "You're not circumcised." I said, "That's ridiculous. I should know if I'm circumcised." Of course I am. End of conversation. But the next day, I happened to be seeing my doctor. Are you okay? I was seeing my doctor for my annual physical.
Of course.
So, while he was down there, I said,
Excuse me, Doc.
oh, by the way, Irv, my wife and I had a little disagreement. I am circumcised, aren't I? Because she says I'm not. And he goes, "Not." I said, no, it's not possible. So he looked down again and he said, "Hey, I'm Jewish. I know the difference."
That is a bizarre
Too
story.
much. I have grandchildren.
You're going to have to change your Facebook status now.
Yes. No more beef stew.
Well, there's more beef stew.